Good morning. Here we go.
I've been looking in the shadows where the mystery was born. I've been meeting with the statue in the sun that keeps me warm. I've been following the footsteps from the ones who come and gone. I've been flying with the eagles to the center of the storm. Late in the afternoon, twilight fills the sky, stretching out the evening's awning. My heart explodes with joy, I can't hear the baby cry. And I have seen the light of the new day dawning. As below, so above. Oh, year of love. Take the shackles from my feet and the madness from my mind. Let the circle be complete. Like this moment out of time. Make the earth and heaven speak to me. I have been deaf, dumb, and blind. Though every flower's gone to seed. With every dream my heart can find. As I turn within to the emptiness erased, I'm lifted up by the hands that adore me. The whole wide universe is filled with peace and grace. The door of life is opening before me. Give me the strength to trust, like a warrior of love. On a silent hill where life and death collide, between the past and the present moment's glory. For every questing heart that happens from inside, and all the rest of it, just your story, your story. You are alright, much more than enough. You're a warrior of love, warrior of love, warrior of love.
You are much more than enough. Would that I could write that every day. Bless you. Grateful to have written it once. Good to be here with you. Welcome to Morning Poems and Prayers. That's my little tune, Warrior of Love. And we're going to record that someday soon. Good morning, Shelley. And there's Margaret. Welcome, my friends. So this is Morning Poems and Prayers, my little program here for today. We are at the 19th of March 2025. Dear God, the day before the March equinox, the day before spring begins in the Northern Hemisphere, and really the day before the new year begins. Lazarus is talking about how the beginning of the year in the traditional calendar is always spring. Spring is when life starts again, in more ways than one. So I hope you're taking full advantage of all these opportunities to tune in, tap in, and turn on. Let's pray up, and we'll share some posts, some poems, some prayers, some channelings, all those good things. So thank you. Glad to be here with you. So as always, take a moment. Let's go ahead and turn within, close our eyes. I might put a hand to your heart if you like, and take 3 deep breaths together. We'll start with the first one. Stretching the spine, closing the eyes, looking up through the third eye. Take a deep breath. And we'll hold that. And let it go. Second deep breath. We'll hold it a bit longer each time. Here we go. Letting go. Last deep breath. Third time. Here we go. Stretching the spine, looking up through the third eye. Ending with a sigh. Oh. 3 deep breaths. My guides say if you can take 3 deep breaths, you can set the reset button every time. So let's start with some of my favorite prayers, and I'll give you a 5-step affirmative prayer at the end there, as usual. O cosmic birther of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground of our being and carve out a space within us where your presence can abide. Fill us with your creativity so that we may be empowered to bear the fruit of your mission. Let each of our actions bear fruit in accordance with our desires. Endow us with the wisdom to produce and share what each being needs to grow and flourish. Untie the tangled threads of destiny that bind us as we release others from the entanglement of past mistakes. Do not let us be seduced by that which would divert us from our true purpose, but illuminate the opportunities of the present moment. For you are the ground and the fruitful vision, the birth, power, and fulfillment, as all is gathered and made whole once again. We give thanks, we let it be, and so it is. This is the one from the Course in Miracles. I'm missing that. I haven't been in a little while, looking to get back into that group there. Prayer of the Miracle Worker. Today we begin by tucking our chins and bowing our heads and knowing that God is all that there is and that we are one with it. We surrender all that we are to all God will have us be. We bow our heads, our hearts, our desires and agendas, to God's will. We trust that God knows us and loves us as we make our way home to peace. We trust that we will see miracles where we once saw lack and limitations, and that we will be assisted in solutions where we once saw dead ends. We commit to remembering that we're immersed in God's holy ecstasy and audaciousness, where all things are possible, plentiful, and perfect. We give thanks for another day of miracles and miraculous encounters, and may we always remember that this grace is offered to us, not just for our own peace and joy, but so that we may be a fearless extension of God's love. And together, so we say, and so it is. Amen. And let me do St. Francis here. Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is sorrow, joy. Where there is darkness, light. O divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive. It is in pardoning that we are forgiven. And it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. Father, Mother, God, indwelling Holy Presence, Lord God Almighty, great and perfect Spirit of love and light, God, Goddess, all that is, we give thanks for this day and all the healing and all the transformation and all the grace and peace and love and joy and divine timing and abundance and giving and receiving that this day is affording us, even now, as we awaken to the sun and the light of a new day dawning. Father, Mother, God, use us this day for your divine purpose, that we may fulfill your will and transform through the renewing of our mind the little wills, seeing the big picture, knowing the greater truth, setting ourselves and each other free. For this and more than words can ever express, we give thanks, we let it be. It is so, so it is. We are available, we are responsible, we are vulnerable, we are grateful. We let it be, and together we say, and so it is. Amen, amen, amen. Yes, 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 thank you. We'll start off with one from E.E. Cummings, shared by Sister Alex Utterman. He says, love is a place, and through this place of love, move with brightness of peace, all places. Yes is a world, and in this world of yes, live skillfully curled, all worlds. Yeah, that's pretty powerful. Let's have that again. E.E. Cummings, who loved to sign his name in small letters. Love is a place, and through this place of love, move with brightness of peace, all places. Yes is a world, and in this world of yes, live skillfully curled, all worlds. Take a breath into that. Let me just refresh my page here. Beautiful. Oh yeah. Yesterday's energies were woohoo, quite intense. I sent my tax return to my accountant at long last, thank God, and thank her for her patience. The lovely Carolyn in Clonakilty asked me for her info. I will share her gratefully. She is an angel, and so grateful for her. And I wound up going into town twice because I wasn't sure I'd sent the correct address. I did, but a little excitement around all of that shows you where my head was at. And yeah, I saw everyone I know pretty much. Mandy, Sharon, Colum, Karen, James Brooks, David, James's brother, the folks at the library, Peter, Carolina, Claire, Dennis. It was quite a busy social day for me, running my errands. So thanks to everyone. A beautiful picture here. Evelyn Callancy, who I know through Declan Sinnott, is a wonderful songwriter and singer, and they're actually playing this month here in Bandon, end of April, I think it is, or end of March, soon. Anyway, I want to see them because it's right there in town, and that'll be a great gig. So someone's getting tickets for me, I believe. I think that's right. So Evelyn did a beautiful drawing here she says, why to wait? Well, just trying to draw our view. Maybe I'd be better at some sheep and count them. but a lovely artist, a pencil sketch of her place there. So here's another new name. I've just known Evelyn a couple of years now, but we had a great chat with herself and Declan and Evelyn's husband, Tom, at the market on Saturday. So I'm still getting to know her. Here's another new friend online, Candace Coe, who's got some deep wisdom. She says, you are not separate from life. You are life. The fears you hold, the doubts that whisper, the resistance that rises, these are not barriers, but invitations. They are doors asking to be walked through, shadows longing to dissolve in the light of your awareness. Do not be afraid to see. Do not be afraid to feel. You are the artist of your perception, the weaver of your world. Let love be your medium. Let truth be your guide, and let the resonance of your being ripple into all that is. You are here, you are now, and that is enough. Resonance. Whoa, Ali Ray. Hello, sweet one. What a lovely surprise. Great to see you here, Ali. Well, I'm thrilled. I'm always sharing Ali's great messages here. Let's see, do I have any queued up for this morning? I hope we'll catch up one day soon, Ali. Bless you. Yeah. Thank you for all that you've done for me and for all of us, honey. Bless your heart. I don't see any Ali here at the moment. I'm sure they're coming at the bottom of my page here. So Helia SGH. The post-eclipse energies are still rippling through the grid, shaking everything loose that cannot move forward with you. Well, there's the statement for the time, as we're on the eve of the equinox in between eclipses. This was not just another full moon. It is a recalibration, a deep cellular restructuring. Some may feel supercharged, fueled by transformation, while others may feel raw, stripped bare by the intensity of what has surfaced. The Schumann resonance reflects these shifts, amplifying emotional release, nervous system recalibration, and deep DNA activations. Are you feeling all that, yeah? This energy is not gentle. It is truth revealing, timeline collapsing, and soul stripping. There's Anne. Good morning, Anne. Gosh, everyone's here today. The old is crumbling, and your body, mind, and spirit are feeling every bit of it. Yes, as I said, yesterday was a mad dance with taxes and accountants and finances and getting everything moving forward. Yeah, cleaned up, cleared up one more time. You may be experiencing physical exhaustion, dizziness or body aches as your frequency shifts, urging you to rest. Emotional waves of grief, rage, or sadness may be rising as old wounds resurface for release. You might be receiving intense dreams, déjà vu, or past life memories as timelines merge and karmic healing unfolds in real time. Heightened, yes, we can, I can raise my hand to all of this, I think we all can. Heightened sensitivity, energy surges, and deepening psychic awareness are activating your gifts. Some may feel lost, standing at the threshold of the void, uncertain of what is next. But this is not regression. This is recalibration. You are making space for the new. Yeah, the past keeps repeating until we let it go, isn't it? This is a time for deep inquiry. Where are you holding on to what you have already outgrown? Where is fear still leading you instead of expansion? What are you resisting that is actually trying to free you? The truth will rise, illusions will crack, and outdated versions of yourself will fall away. There is no returning to who you once were. The bridge to the past is burning, and your only way forward is to trust the unfolding. You cannot rush a rebirth. Well, there's the quote for the day. And you cannot bypass the shedding. You are in an alchemical process, being stripped of illusion, refined in the fire, and prepared for the next level of your becoming. You are being reborn. This is a divine reset, a sacred initiation. You are not here to stay the same. You are here to rise. Let go and allow yourself to be carried into a new era. Breathe deeply. Blue Rose Oracle, and shared by Sohelia SGH, Deep Diver Q. Thank you, thank you. That is profound. Yeah, doesn't that just light you up? And we have following that, synchronistically, from a thing called Weird But True. Imagine this. On the same day of one of Argentina's greatest writers, Julio Cortázar, passed away in Paris, a swarm of butterflies descended upon Buenos Aires. It was February 12, 1984, and Buenos Aires witnessed a strange and beautiful sight. A heat wave in a neighboring rural area triggered the migration of thousands of butterflies, their delicate wings filling the city's streets. The phenomenon was explained by scientists as a natural migration, but for many, it seemed too poetic to ignore. Cortázar, a lover of butterflies since childhood, had filled his work with their symbolism of transformation and the fantastic. For the people of Buenos Aires, it was a curious event, one that added a touch of wonder to a summer's day. But for those who knew Cortázar's work, the timing of the butterfly invasion felt almost like an extraordinary tribute, as if the city's love for its writer was matched by nature itself. Isn't that gorgeous? I was sharing yesterday, our friend in Australia, Medina, did a little piece on her favorite writers, and Garcia Marquez, who wrote 100 Years of Solitude, was in there, and it's just really lovely timing after this very deep and demanding message about death and rebirth and surrender and release, to be met with a city full of butterflies in memory of one of its favorite writers. Just really, really graceful. Okay, and here's another one from Candace Coe. I got a few of them today. She says, so much feels like it's falling apart right now. So much feels like it's falling apart right now. I think I'm still in the butterflies. I'm just loving that image. And this is what magical realism is, that Cortázar and Garcia Marquez and Günter Grass and many others, Murakami, I'd put him in there as well, write about, how nature reflects the human consciousness. We call it magical, but of course it's really natural. Okay, Candace Coe, number 2. So much feels like it's falling apart right now. It can be hard to hold it all together, to realize we may not be meant to. Hard to feel stable in destabilizing energies when life catches us off guard, when the ground beneath us shifts and the air feels too thin to breathe. But there is a place within us, untouched by this, a still point amidst the movement. Here we go. From here, we can witness, even as the crusts of life crack and shift, even as the dance twists and turns, we can be okay. Inside of one thing, another exists. The two polarities always meeting. Darkness leads to light, pain into delight, sickness into health, poverty into wealth. The meeting is occurring now, in the midst of it all. Clarity forming in the foggy mist, to meet and greet every part, even life's greatest challenges, is to open a doorway to bliss, to cultivate the ability, the capacity, the strength to remain open and connected, regardless. Take a deep breath. So I did some music. I hope you might give it a listen. I did Ali and Anne and all my friends here, Shelley. It's on my page. I did an hour of singing and playing, 16 songs, It's my happy St. Patrick's Day concert, sitting right here in this chair, and it went pretty well, and I was very, very happy with it. So I think about 100 people have seen it so far, which is very nice. The last time I did that was in December, and I had 650 hits by the end of it, which was very, very gratifying. Yeah, is the word I'm looking for. Reassuring, I started to say too. It is, because I'm not playing every day of my life, and it is still my goal to record my music and get more songs written and finished and all that good stuff. It's a joy to play for folks. Okay, Sahelia SGH one more time. Yeah, I know I had some Nikki Hamid. There's Candace. Ali, I'm sure I have you here somewhere, my friend. The day doesn't go by. Vicky, there's Nikki. Okay, we'll give you Nikki. Nikki's got a video. Come on, Nikki.
When I am down and oh my soul is weary, when troubles come and my heart burden be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Okay, Nikki, beautiful. Thank you, brother. And here's what he's written. This is on Monday, St. Patrick's. He says, "Rise, beautiful human, rise up. I have been taught the song of Gaia, and now I am really listening to the song of my earth, learning to play her music in harmony with my own song." That's good timing, speaking of music and all that, my songs and songwriting. I tell you this, it is profound. I walk in a sacred manner. She is grace, shine on. I so love you. P.S. You know it's Nikki if you got a P.S. P.S. You also have been taught the song of Gaia. It has been downloaded a long time ago, so it is there within you, waiting for you to give it voice. Listen, dear hearts, when you sit with her in the soft, calm knowing of your belonging, you will hear it pulsating within the earth itself and through your body as your own heartbeat. The loving embrace of your mother and the strength and gentleness of your father, expressed in your heartbeat as one love for all humanity. Brother Nikki, take a deep breath. Okay, here's another new voice, Gilda Rose. Ali Ray introduced me to Nikki Hamid. We did an interview with Nikki. I'm sure you remember that day. That was magical. Here's a new bright light. Her name is Gilda Rose, Jilda, and I think we've already friended each other as well. She says, "Beloved, you no longer need take the journey of remembrance through the pathway of suffering. The era of suffering as a teacher is over. Beloved, the illusion told you that pain was the price of awakening, that you had to break, to remember, to lose yourself, to find yourself again. But that was never truth. It was conditioning. The highest remembrance does not come through hardship. but through direct knowing, through resonance, this is the word, through the effortless recognition of what has always been within you, and through deep surrender. You do not need to keep burning in the fires of initiation. You are already whole. The game only holds you in its cycles for as long as you believe in them. The construct only has power over your inner peace for as long as you continue to give it away to your outer circumstances. Divine Sovereign One, you no longer need to take the journey of remembrance through the pathway of suffering. Now, let go. Let remembrance be easeful. Let it be light. Let it be the natural return of all that is already who you truly are beneath the layers of indoctrination, distortion, and distraction. Let it dissolve to reveal what has always been yours. You are free. You simply need to choose it. Allow it, embrace it, accept it, now. Take a deep breath. Okay, and we got a little Sarah West here giving us some John O'Donohue. She says, an absolutely breathtaking pink sunset. Sarah lives in Utah, in the desert out there, in Moab. Absolutely breathtaking pink sunset here in Moab tonight. I've been to that part of the country. It is spectacular. The poet, John O'Donohue, describes in the Celtic tradition, if you share that which is joyous or good within you, it will come back 10,000 times. In this way, the more beauty you give away, the more beauty will come back to you. This is a principle I live by. Sarah West, and I used that quote for my quote for the day yesterday. Here's a memory of one of my favorite people who's gone to his reward, as we say, the late, great John Prine, who had a place in Ireland, married an Irish lady, and spent half of his year here every year. John and Fiona spent summers in a little house in Kinvara for many years, and he was also good friends and musical buddies, drinking buddies with Declan O'Rourke. Declan tells many stories about John and himself having great sessions together. Fiona has described John as never happier than when he was in Ireland, and never more so than when he was sat in merry greens with his pals and his buddies, singing songs, playing music, with no pressure. He was just John. And he did a gig at, if you know West Cork at all, he did a gig at Connolly's of Lep, which I didn't get to, and much to my regret. That would have been an amazing, intimate place to see John Prine. But I did see John actually in the Southwest on the back of a flatbed truck. It was a concert in a parking lot, would you believe? I think my girlfriend Leanna at the time got us tickets, and it was John Prine and Iris DeMent. And they were both great, and John was recovering from throat cancer, and he was a champ, man. Nothing stopped John Prine. He gave 110%. Okay, I'm all revved up here today. Let me refresh this. Boom. Ali, I have to do something from you, my friend. The morning isn't complete without little Ali Ray. There you are. An incredible sharing on sustainable human shared with me by my dear sister of the heart, Sarah Collins. I am with you, Sarah. Let's play the prosperity throughout the world, the landlord's game, where everyone knows true abundance, joy, peace, unity, harmony, and love. Okay? Monopoly wasn't invented by the Parker brothers, nor the man they gave it credit for. In 1904, Monopoly was originally called the landlord's game and was invented by a radical woman. Elizabeth Maggie's original game had not one, but two sets of rules to choose from. One was called prosperity. Oh, this is great. Where every player won money anytime another gained a property. And the game was won by everyone playing only when the person with the least doubled their resources. A game of collaboration and social good. The second set of rules, I never heard this before, was called Monopoly, where the players succeeded by taking properties and rent from those with less luck rolling the dice. The winner was the person who used their power to eliminate everyone else. Maggie's mission was to teach us how different we feel when playing prosperity versus Monopoly, hoping that it would one day change national policies. When the Parker brothers adopted the game, they erased Maggie. They erased the prosperity rules and celebrated Monopoly. This is why very few games of Monopoly end in better friendships. Some even end friendships. What they couldn't erase was Maggie's lesson. Well, Ali Ray, you are just full of surprises, as always. That's brilliant. Let's put that on the page. Groovy. Lovely. Here's another one from Ali. The feeling when your little one picks a flower for you and says, "I love you, Mom. You are amazing, even more than this magical flower." A heart explosion. Love is, love is, love is. God is, God is, God is. There we go. Now we're in good order, my friend. It's not a morning on morning prayers without some Ali Ray. Thank you. Saskia Nahara. Cosmic rays are coming onto the planet so that a change is being broadcast and reordering is taking place inside the body. The scattered data that holds the history and awareness of Earth, the living library, that was a title by Marciniak and the Pleiadians, is now lining up. I've always related to that idea. The DNA is evolving. And of course, Greg Braden's always talking about the DNA. The DNA, new helixes or strands are being formed as the light-encoded filaments are beginning to bundle themselves together. The scattered data is being pulled together in your body by electromagnetic energies from Prime Creator. This is what the sun, of course, is doing with all of us, and this is what Patricia Coda-Robles has talked about over and over again, and Addie as well. By the way, Anne and Ali and everyone, I'm sure you know Patricia's doing a live event, a live 2-hour event tomorrow for the equinox that you can register for free on her site or if you're on her mailing list. We are here to watch this process in you, to assist you, and to evolve ourselves as well. As this rebuilding or reordering comes together, you will create a more evolved nervous system that will allow, a lot of people are talking about this. Pam Gregory has been talking about the effects of all of this on our nervous system. That's why we're moving through a lot emotionally to open that up, to clear that out. As this rebuilding or reordering comes together, you will create a more evolved nervous system that will allow much more data to move itself into your consciousness. You will awaken many brain cells that have been lying dormant, and you will come into use of your full physical body rather than the small percentage that you have been functioning with. Every place, oh, this is the Pleiadians, this is Marciniak, yes. No wonder. Every place on the planet is being affected by this change, this awareness. This is probably 20 years old, this channeling. Those of you who are the guardians of light and who wish to completely change this present reality and bring different options in are anchoring the frequency. Remember that phrase. If it is not anchored and understood, it can create chaos. It will create chaos. This is why you must ground yourselves. Chaos brings about a state of reorganization when utilized properly. This is Lazarus' teaching as well. Light chaos and dark chaos. Chaos is a necessary precursor to change. Time is collapsing and the energy is becoming larger and larger. You have come here to use that energy first. You will make pathways of consciousness as you pull the energy into your body that will assist others so that they may not have to go through what you go through. I'm glad for that. Many people will suddenly begin to feel this energy without any preparation at all. New pathways of consciousness create new realities, new options, and new ways of living and being. The Pleiadians, channeled by Barbara Marciniak. I got to meet Barbara at some event. Very, very intense human being, yes? And one more from Ali, here we go. An incredible sharing on sustainable human, shared with me by my dear sister. Oh yeah, we did that, okay. Oh my gosh. I keep talking about 2001: A Space Odyssey, and here's one of the scenes from that film. I was mentioning that we just had the parade of planets, before the eclipse, I think, before the full moon eclipse, like at the beginning of the month, or the 7th, somewhere in there. And that's that's the first shot of 2001, which I saw for my 12th birthday in 1969. So you have the monolith, you're looking up at the monolith, and there are all of the planets in a row over the monolith. And that came back to me as we were preparing to go through the parade of planets. Andra Sky. And when you start hanging out on that high-flying disc, guess who joins you? Others who are hanging out on their high-flying discs. So the funnest ones are there, the smartest ones are there, the nicest ones are there, the most appreciative ones are there. Let's know that that is absolutely you and me and all of us, my friends. Why are we here? Surely not to live in pain and fear. The late great John Lennon, yes. Okay. And one more, there we go. Ali Ray, here I bless this world. Now in this moment, love restores all things. And as I bless this world, I bless myself. And as I love the world, I have loved myself. And as I see the divine in my brothers and sisters, I uplift the reality of the one I am. One. Glory, glory, glory. I so love you. Ali Ray. Love is, love is, love is. God is, God is, God is. Okay. Well, that's appropriate, sweet Ali. Thank you, thank you. We're coming down the home stretch, my friends. So much energy got loosed, of course, in Ireland around St. Patrick's, and a lot of powerful messages from powerful women, wanting to and needing to add their voices to what is happening in our country here and in the world, in my adopted homeland and here in the world. The balance between the masculine and feminine. Goodness, here's one more from Sister Ali. Thank you, thank you. The miraculous is underway. Many feel this. It is time to soften, to surrender ever deeper, and to open your heart fully. Grace is upon us. Open yourself to the reception of this. Turn away from all that does not cultivate a feeling of beauty, peace, and love. Hold steadfast to your faith and deep soulful knowing of the truth. Only love is real. Breathe easy. Take vigilant care of yourself. Take vigilant care of all aspects of you. The power of the love you are far surpasses any illusions of this world of appearances. Stay anchored in your heart and begin to bear witness of this powerful wave of grace that is upon us. You are loved beyond measure. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12:9. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. Let it be. Glory, glory, glory. I so love you. Love is, love is, love is. God is, God is, God is. Well, it's turned into Ali Ray Day here. I couldn't be happier. Yeah, wonderful messages from beautiful, beautiful soul and a dear friend. Patricia Fitzgerald, one of the most amazing artists I've ever witnessed in my life. She gives us a progress shot. I think it's almost there. I'll share this on my page. There's a very Atlantean energy to this painting. I began it over a year ago, and now it feels like the right energy to revisit it. It's very large. I will post again when it is completed. Well, it's a very green, circular photo of plants underwater, basically, and again, done with Patricia's magnificent artist's eye. Judith Kusel. Here we go. The true eye is a deep intuitive knowing within. The all-seeing and all-hearing and all-knowing. More than this, it is your own soul. When you see with the eyes of the soul, you will see beyond the illusion, and you will see the immense expanse of unlimited potential and limited ways of living far beyond what you ever thought was possible. See, in the old earth, so many untruths were told. You were programmed to be limited. You were programmed to fear. You were programmed to believe that you are small and insignificant. You were programmed to believe that you are flawed, that there's something wrong with you. All are lies. The divine does not create imperfections, only perfections. You are not the acting roles you took on in lifetimes on earth. It is time to see your own magnificence and to claim it. It is time to expand beyond anything you ever thought was possible. There are no limitations to what you can be, what you can manifest in form and being. An alchemist is not someone who transforms lead into gold, but rather who transforms the inner self into the higher self. The soul self amplified by the monad, the soul group, and amplified by the divinity that is already within. Knowing that this is very powerful, knowing that the physical world is an illusion of what is seemingly solid is not solid. Once you know that you can transform and transfigure not only yourself, but all of any forms of life, you will also know the great responsibility of what you think, the words that come out of your mouth, because you have power to manifest, and the deeds that you do. It is better to be silent than to talk too much. It is better to go within than go into endless searches on the internet and the social media, which all of you up so polluted with. Okay? Think of even a few years ago. You didn't have this. It didn't even exist. You are asked to make time, to be still, and rather than talk, to play, to go out and be in nature. She will help you remember, for all of nature is already ascending. There is so much to love, to learn, and remember, that remembrance has never ever left you. The veils of amnesia have disappeared. Yet if you block that remembrance within yourself, if you do not want to hear what you're supposed to hear, if you allow the outside noise to drain out the true knowing of your innermost self, you are pulled right back into the old paradigm. A master is one who is a master of himself, herself, of themselves. It takes discipline, it takes focus, yet it also knows the joy of seeing and experiencing everything from new eyes, anew. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whee! This is what alchemy and magic is all about. It is the transfiguration within you. It is the deepest knowing and the knowing that you are limitless, and as you shed all those old pieces of yourself which no longer serve you, the old ego, the false belief systems, the false programming, all that no longer serves your highest soul growth and good. You will become lighter and freer, and you will remember how to teleport, how to bilocate. Hello. You will remember so much more, and before you know it, you are applying what you remember. That is magic. It requires faith, and it requires trust, but more than this, it requires you to allow yourself to be an instrument so that the divine which is within you can work through you and with you. It is a daily commitment to serve with great love and joy, and in all and every form and any way that you can. For life is meant to be joyful. It is meant to be a journey of exploration of the growth of love that ever expands, and light that ever expands, and power that ever expands, and wisdom. You can call on me anytime, and on Merlin, who is currently helping humanity immensely through this time, as I am doing with Lord Ashtar, the higher order of Melchizedek, all the cosmic councils, and the universal councils, and the divine. Ever the highest loving service. I am Saint Germain. Excerpt from the Cosmic Transmissions, March 2025, transmitted through me and transcribed here. Judith Kusel. Kaboom, my friends. Take a breath into that. Little Saint Germain for us today. Yeah, the violet flame. That was on my list this morning as well. Absolutely. We're frying it up. All right, let's take a moment here, coming down the home stretch. Wow. So I mentioned a couple times now, I think, Lazarus suggests that we do a ritual before equinoxes and solstices. I do the meditation. I don't always physicalize it, but if you are inspired to do that, all the better. You put out 4 bowls, and each bowl is a representation of one of the elementals: earth, air, fire, water, a candle, bit of water, a bit of earth, an empty bowl, all of that. And then you make a list of the things that you're letting go of, and you make a list of the things you're co-creating with Spirit. And then you do the meditation, which is basically getting to a sacred place in your imagination, in your unconscious mind, and connecting with all, did I say all the other lifetimes that you've lived or will live on earth. And all of those lifetimes support you and blend with you and work with you to create these changes that you're asking for. And it's quite powerful. So this is the last day before the equinox, one more time. And so this is the time of emptying out and fixing and changing and forgiving and all of that. And then tomorrow is the time of planting the new seeds. And then in the midst of all of this, we have this incredible message from many people about the 29th, the end of the Kali Yuga, which is a 6,000-year cycle, part of a 12,000-year cycle, part of an enormous, many thousands and millions of year cycle that we've been climbing through since the fall from grace, since the fall of Atlantis, which according to Lazarus was actually 70,000 years ago. And they tell the story that there is an earth where Atlantis fell, and there's an earth where Atlantis never fell. And since my guides tell me, and this is all the rage these days, that time and space are illusions under the dominion of love and light. And we know, all of us on this path here, that we're all chatting about these things together, that we're in this gateway between the end of duality being the only perceivable reality on this earth versus the initiation of the 5th dimension and a unity consciousness and oneness, and the power of love becoming more present and more available and more tangible in our world. So we're in this time of great purification, awakening, healing, and growth is the way my guides put it to me. There's our trash guys. And there we go. I hear movement. Always a good sign. Yes. Yeah, perfect timing. We're taking out the trash, in other words. Yes, yes, yes. So, oh, golly, I thought I would get on today and do at 12 o'clock and do a live about LifeWave and the X39 patches and all of that. Because I am in a little bit of a fundraising cycle here, my friends. Again, I have several links there. This is the business part of the deal, where you can donate to PayPal. You can subscribe to the LifeWave patches under my name. You can go to listeningtosmile.com and pick some music at a discount with the code that's there, LMartin24. And you can also look at the Frequency Minded magazine for March, which is their 8th issue, which I was a part of. And I have an article and a 10-minute video about LifeWave there as well. So all of those are ways that you can support me. You can also, please, subscribe to my Substack. There's a nice phrase to say. My buddy at the library, Peter, said he signed up this morning as I sent him the link yesterday. So all of that is groovy. Also, please share this video far and wide with anyone you think would be interested in it. And again, if they're not into Facebook, and I can certainly understand that at this point, they can find us on Substack. Find me on Substack, which is Answered Prayer, and you can subscribe for free, or you can sign up to make a regular donation. All of that. It's a wild ride, boys and girls, because everything needs to be taken care of. We need to keep ticking all the boxes and keeping ahead of the madness of chaos, and at the same time, having one eye on the horizon. Speaking of which, there were 110 tornadoes, in the south yesterday or the day before, which just flattened the houses that were in their path, literally. The storms of change are definitely upon us. Yeah, thank you, Garrett. Thank you, brother. So those are the external expressions of what's happening within us, and then in crisis and chaos, of course, we all come rushing to each other's aid and pouring forth a blessing and healing and all of those great things. So that's my intention for this group and this hour, Monday through Thursday, with you, is that it be a place where we can ask for prayer and pray for each other and get these great inspired messages from our friends. Ali Ray, great to see you here, my friend. Just a real honor and pleasure. I love you madly and so grateful for all your wisdom and inspiration and all your love and kindness over the years. I don't know where I would be without her love and support, my friends. A true angel in my life. And that's Annie and I have said the same thing, and Annie's another angel. And Anna's been very good to me. Has had me on her radio show a few times in the last few weeks. And one way or another, it always works out. But we're what Lazarus calls us, my teacher of nearly 40 years. And this is also the 18th year of my living in Ireland. So that's something I'm celebrating. As well as my near-death experience 2 years ago, and my needing to find a new place to live last December, a year ago December. It's been quite exciting, and a house fire 4 years ago, if we're going down the whole list. So the whole thing with I'm going to wrap it up here, but the whole thing of the last few years has been challenging for everyone in different ways. And Spirit promises us, once again, as we've heard today, that is a blessing in disguise, as the saying goes. So that's my message to you and me and all of us this morning. May these challenges and these difficulties be a blessing in disguise, and may we know that we are stronger and better for it, and that more committed to trusting and honoring the truth that sets us free, and let God guide us as to how to help each other on this journey home, my friends. Yeah, it's a beautiful time to be alive, but it is not for the faint of heart, my friends. I do need to commit fully and completely every morning when I put my feet on the floor, or beforehand when I come back into my body in this world, and make peace with another day. So, from my heart to yours, 1,000 thanks for being here. Peace and blessings. Namaste. I'll be on at 12 o'clock, and I'm going to do a live about LifeWave, because I've got an 8 o'clock Zoom tonight with my LifeWave team from Australia. So I want to let everyone know about that. And lastly, you can get the details of all that stuff by joining the Facebook group LifeWave Team Ireland, and that link is on my page as well. Okay, thanks a million. Peace and blessings. Have a great Wednesday. Peace.